Welcome to the Epic Selling Online Sales Training Program. I'm Phil Sayers, founder of Pro10 Sales Development, and I'll be taking you through the Epic Selling Program. Hopefully, the fact that you're here listening to me today means that you're interested in improving your existing sales skills. Or maybe you're just setting out on your sales career and you're looking for techniques and skills you can use to become successful and quickly. If you're only here because someone has told you to be here, well, welcome, and hopefully I can still give you some new ideas to think about that will help you. The program consists of 6 modules. Module 1 is all about defining our commercial value and how we can communicate and articulate this in our messaging. In Module 2, we'll look at who we can sell to and where we can find people like these. In Module 3, we'll consider how to run effective prospect or client meetings using a tried and tested methodology we call Epic Selling. Module 4 will cover techniques for closing a sale, handling objections, and what we should include in effective proposals. Then in Module 5, we'll look at handling negotiations. And then in the 6th and final module, we'll look at sales activity and how that directly relates to helping you achieve your own personal success. Each module will take around 30 minutes to watch, and at the end I'll summarize the key points for you and then give you some follow-up exercises to work through to help you put your learning into practice in your own work situation. Now, of course, I appreciate that you may not know who I am or why I might be able to help you along your sales development journey. So let me give you a little bit of background around my history and my experience. This is me. I've been selling and managing sales teams for more than 30 years. It's what I do. It's what I enjoy. I get as much pleasure from helping salespeople become successful as I ever did from closing sales, whether those sales were worth a few £100 or over £1 million. I've worked for, run, and own small businesses. So I understand the mindset it takes to be successful. I understand the pressure that business owners and salespeople have to handle every day, and I know how difficult it can be to find time to try and improve our skills. I've sold products and services as varied as building materials, storage and logistics equipment, design services, telemarketing services, training services, IT systems management and testing software, satellite communications equipment and software, and accounting and payroll software. I've sold around the world from the UK to the USA, from Austria to Australia, from Italy to Indonesia, from Poland to Pakistan, and from Saudi Arabia to Sweden. So I appreciate how important it is to understand local customs and culture. I've experienced the highs and lows of selling. If you're new to selling, you need to know that the highs you feel when you close that big deal or that opportunity you've been working on for 2 years, they're the best you'll ever encounter in a working environment. But the lows, when that big deal you thought was in the bag suddenly disappears or goes to a competitor, they're the worst feelings. But if you can dust yourself off after losing a sale and start all over again, then you're already part way to becoming successful. Now, when I started out in my sales career, finding new customers typically meant working through the yellow pages and huge trade directories, and then making interminable cold calls. The world has changed radically since then, and now salespeople need to use a variety of methods to find and develop new sales prospects, and we'll cover some of these during the program. Now, I've read books that refer to the art of selling. I don't believe that selling is an art. For me, successful selling is a combination of a positive and determined mindset, combined with a set of skills that can be learnt and polished over time. Nowadays, I spend most of my time helping business owners and salespeople from small businesses learn techniques and develop skills that help them become better at selling. And I coach them to become more successful and to build better businesses. I'm also a published author. My book, It's All About the Value, provides an introduction to effective selling for people who've never sold before or who don't have a history of formal sales training, and it's available on Amazon in printed or ebook formats. The Epic Selling Program brings together many of the skills I've learned over the course of my sales career and which can help you become more successful. I hope that by completing the program, you'll find a few ideas that will help you personally. Now, to get the most from this program, I do ask that you stick to some simple rules. Firstly, I'd like you to have a glass half full mentality. Be positive about the way you approach the program. I don't know your particular business or circumstances personally, but if you think carefully about how you can apply what you learn here to your own work life, you'll get far more from the program. Of course, if you purchase this course as part of a broader coaching or mastermind group program, you'll have direct access to me after you've completed the course, and we can help refine the techniques for your own specific circumstances. If you've only purchased the training course, by all means contact me to discuss the additional support options available after you've completed the program. Secondly, please don't start the program thinking that you already know most of what there is to know about selling. Be prepared to rip up your existing views if I introduce something that can really help you. Thirdly, look for your own BFOs. These are blinding flashes of the obvious. These might be instances where you come across an idea that may seem really obvious, but you've just never considered it before. It might be that I suggest a way of working that goes against everything you've been taught before and yet still makes sense. Or they might simply be topics that you've learned in the past but have long since forgotten. Fourthly, please don't rush the program. Each module will take around 30 minutes to watch, but if something we cover doesn't make immediate sense, stop and go back over it again. No one is keeping a stopwatch for you. Take as much time as you need to get to grip with the concepts and techniques. And finally, whatever your BFOs may be, make copious notes. You'll have access to the slides, of course, but making your own notes as we go along will help reinforce your learning. Now, I think that's enough of an introduction, so I'll say bye for now, and I look forward to meeting you again when you start Module 1 of the program, where we'll look at defining your commercial value and how we can articulate that value to potential or existing customers.